Morning guys, we're on a new lake today. This lake's much bigger, water type's colder, it's much deeper. The shorelines are all deep and the water's super clear. It's about 7 o'clock right now and it's May 12th. I actually just saw a bunch of bass when I unloaded the boat and I hopped in and I threw my tube jig at one and I caught a nice 14-incher off camera. So hopefully the day continues like that. Stay tuned, hopefully we get on some fish. Thanks. Another one. On that tube jig right by the boat landing. That's a nice fish. Much bigger than the last one. On that tube jig. I was actually using this for smallies the other weekend. It's working for largemouth. That's a nice fish for this lake. It's number 2. Oh, we got a tree dangler. There's a bass right for it. And he just ate it out of the tree. Cast it over a tree branch and I was just dangling and that guy ate it. First tree dangler of the year. On the jig. Missed it the first time, then I didn't really know he was there the second time. Hit that bait choke though, little guy. Been seeing a lot of big bass cruising about the edge of the docks, and it's about probably almost 10 feet of crystal clear water, and the wacky rig just doesn't get down deep enough for those fish. So I started throwing the Ned rig, no luck, and I just my 5th cast with the jig, and this guy smoked it. First topwater fish of the year. On that spook. Catched him on everything this morning. I think there's a bigger guy with him. Number 5. Number 6 on the jig. He hammered it. Yep, he absolutely nailed that bait. That's a nice fish. That's a pretty nice one. Oh, look at that fish, folks. He choked that jig. just parallel casting with the shoreline here, and there's a lot of wood down there, and this jig is perfect. We're in about 7 to 10 feet of water. That's a nice fish. Get a picture of this guy. Awesome fish. Another nice fish on that jig. Well, 2 casts after that nicer one. We're definitely on a pattern. That was insane. Look at that hook. Had about probably 15 bass staring at this thing. And this guy ate it finally. There was a smallmouth down there too. But that was awesome. Same group of fish. There's probably 10 bass over there. Little guy. On the wacky rig, we're in a kind of a shallow mud flat here, and this wacky rig's perfect. Nope. Oh, now I got a bass. Oh, there he goes. Oh, got him. I think I snagged him. Jesus. The only time I've ever snagged a bass was last year with a wacky rig, and I do it again this year with a wacky rig. That hurt. Sorry, buddy. Got a bass cruising right in front of me here. He's not interested. Oh, we got a couple more coming at it though. Little guy's interested. Yeah, he veered off. Oh, we got a couple bigger ones looking at it now. They're on it. Yep, he's on. He's about to eat. He just ate it. He's running with it. Oh, yep. Crystal clear water. Sight fishing for him on the wacky rig. It's actually a nice fish. Those other fish are just watching them. Oh, get in here. Look at that fish. It's a decent one right in the top of the mouth. Perfect. That was awesome, guys. This crystal clear water sight fishing for these largemouth is awesome. That guy came in about 3 feet of water on the wacky rig. Beautiful fish. We got a sand beach right in front of us here. So I'm gonna throw the jig in there and see if we can get something. There should be some fish cruising in there. There's one. Yep, call that fish. Right in that sand flat, cruising. Crystal clear water. Look at that fish. I believe that's number 14 on this morning. Another solid fish. Doesn't get much better than that. That's a fish. Inhaled the jig. Look at that. Right on the side of the mouth. That's a nice fish. That's another nice fish, guys. There was probably 10 bass that just came swimming out of this cove. And I actually lost one back in there. That's a nice fish on the wacky rig. The fish are stacked shallow right now. Those fish. He just ate it right there. I thought he was. He almost did. I got one right on it, guys. He's gonna eat it too, right here. He just ate it. That's wild. That is wild. Right next to the boat. No, they're good. And I've never caught so many quality fish out of this lake before. No means a giant, but a quality fish. I mean, and they're fun to catch. Let's let them go and see if we can get a couple more. Alrighty guys, so those last two fish just came back from this cove. And there's just a silly amount of bass back here right now, and they just keep circling my boat. There's probably 20 fish in 3 feet of water. And I'm just seeing them eat. Like that last one just ate it within 5 yards of the boat. Just bouncing on the bottom. He went nose down on it, saw him eat it, and I just absolutely gave her the beans. But hopefully we can get a couple more out of here. They're stacked right now, so stay tuned. Just using this Yum Dinger 5-inch worm or 6-inch worm, and then with an O-ring, and then I just hook it through the plastic underneath that O-ring, and they last a long time. They're all behind the boat right now. There's another one, just ate it. Right behind the boat, they're just following the boat. Saw him eat it. It's number 3 from back here. Toss them back in and get my bait back out there. They're just all around the boat in this cove. Crazy. Number 4, I mean, back in this cove. We are on them. He just munched it right there. Oh, what? He had it in his whole mouth and it just slipped out. Don't know how I didn't get any hooks into him. That's a nice fish. Let's see if he'll eat it again. He might. Yep, he just did. That's a big fish. Nice. That's awesome. Second time's a charm. Oh, biggest one of the day right there. On the wacky rig. Right there, folks. Probably about 5 yards from the boat. It's number 20 on the day. This one's picture worthy. Got a bunch of fish on my bait right now, folks. And you just ate it. Little guy out of the group. He just ate it. It's a nice one. Come on, don't go back there. It's another nice bass. Look at that fish. Man, the quality back here is insane. It's like number 10 back here. Just one after another, just sight fishing them. That's a nice one. Oh, it's a nice fish. I'd say they're still back in here. I got choked it. Look at that fish. It's another quality fish out of here. The average size in this lake has definitely gone up over the years. It's good to see. They're still stacked back in this cove. Jesus. They're still back there. Number 24 on the day. Alright guys, so we're leaving that cove right now, and I'm going to go check out another cove all the way across the lake. The rest of the shoreline's not worth it. I started this morning in a cove. The boat landing's in a huge cove, and this was just very small compared to the one I started in, but there definitely seems to be more fish in these coves, but overall, the fishing's been great out here. So I'm gonna go check out that cove, then probably call it quits for the morning, and then come try a different lake in the afternoon. But stay tuned, hopefully we get on some more fish in this other cove we're going to. Choked it. That bait. Well, I guess the drive over here to this new cove paid off with one fish so far. It's definitely windier back here. We're on the downwind side, so the wind's blowing everything in here. So I don't know how efficient we are going to be with the wacky rig. But there's definitely more fish in that other cove we were at. But that's one. Another one. Little guy. On that wacky rig. Tell you what though, finesse fishing these bass, whether they're big or small, it's fun as hell. Alrighty guys, well, I'm gonna call it quits for this cove. Definitely windier over here. Got the wind blowing into this cove. Still managed 2 fish out here, one decent one and one smaller one, but we're gonna head back to the boat landing, maybe fish that cove on the way back, and then come out this afternoon on a different lake. How's it going, guys? We just got back to the cabin. Kind of gonna go through how the morning went for fishing. We got out there at 7:30, 7 o'clock-ish, and we fished till 11:30, so about 5 hours. Caught 29 fish, 28 bass, and 1 northern. It was really good fishing. It's about a 300-acre lake. The water's crystal clear. The whole shoreline of this lake is very deep. You got a couple flats, mud flats and stuff. Bunch of wood along the shoreline as well, so wherever there was wood and it was deep along the shoreline, I was throwing the jig, and that really did well. Whenever we got some flat bottom sand and muck, I was throwing the wacky rig, and that did really well too. We got back into this one cove and the fish were just stacked. They just kept circling the boat, and I would just make fan casts. I was sight fishing them and everything, and it was just cast after another with the wacky rig, and that was really good. Probably caught 10 fish back in that cove. I'm sure the water was a little warmer back there, which probably helped. It's May 12th, like I said, in the morning, and it's 88 degrees out right now. It's very warm. We might have record highs today for Wisconsin for this time of year. lake I was fishing yesterday was about 80 acres, and the water was much warmer in there, and the fish were definitely pre-spawn, and I saw a couple on beds yesterday. This lake, with it being bigger and deeper, water was much colder. I'd say low 50s, maybe high 40s. It was a little cold, so the fish were definitely pre-spawn. There were just a lot of them were just cruising, I think, getting ready to move up. Didn't see any on beds. Saw a couple crappie up shallow as well, but it was a really good morning. The quality of fish was pretty good. It was actually probably better than yesterday. And usually I catch a lot of small fish at this lake, but the quality of fish on this lake has definitely gone up. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned for a bunch more videos in the future. We're going to be doing some small fishing next weekend on a river that I haven't been to this year, that it's usually very stacked. Hopefully we can throw some topwater at them. It should be perfect timing with these temperatures. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.